Hey guys, it's Nye and welcome to my world. I know the title of this video will have some people looking at me side-eye like, what are you about to say? Have you lost your mind? Are you going crazy? And whatever. But just, come in with an open mind. I always ask you guys to just listen. Don't prejudge before you actually hear what I have to say so that you can kind of understand exactly where I'm going with it. So before I get into the video, if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. YouTube has changed its whole setup, so please, if you want me to continue to putting out videos and just to encourage, please subscribe, click a thumbs up, leave a comment, press the little bell so that you get the notifications when I upload, because you have to have that pressed in order to see my videos so that it doesn't look like I'm not uploading. So now that we got the business out the way, as far as video goes, as far as the title goes, it's just really a story of mine. It's a life experience that I've experienced that I just wanted to share to just bring a little bit of enlightenment, or just, hey, here's a little bit more about my experience and how I've become to where I am. So for the most part, everyone that has ever experienced an awakening period, something where we go through a transition where something happens or a system of things happens to kind of change your mindset and transform you from who you were before into becoming who you want to be. It's kind of like a light bulb moment to where you become a little bit more awakened into who you are, what you want, things around you, people around you. You just really, your eyes open. For me, I've had a multitude of experiences that have kind of pushed me into that direction of just reevaluating life and reevaluating the players in my life and the course of my life. And I sat down and I thought back to what kind of set it in motion. So let me bring you back to about a few years ago. I was a single mom. I had my son, and he had an event in school where he required $2 to participate in a pizza party. He gave me the paper, but I completely forgot until the morning of. The morning of, I had $2. The $2 were either going to be given to him for him to experience the party and for him to have something to eat that day during school, or it was going to serve as my fare to get back home from work. So I reluctantly, thought about just sending him to school with a sandwich. And then, I really thought about how he would feel if everyone else was having a pizza party and he had the sandwich. The mom guilt. Whoever has kids, you know how it is. You don't want them to feel left out. You don't want them to be set aside, and you don't want them to feel less than. So I decided to sacrifice and just figure out how I was going to get home. I gave him the $2 and I dropped him off, got on the bus, and was on my way to work. The whole time I'm there on the bus, I am in another world. I am thinking about every and anything. I'm thinking, how did I get to this point to where I only have enough money to get to and from work? How did I get to this point to where I don't know how I'm going to get home? I'm thinking about what bus driver is going to be back, so maybe I can ask them if I can just get on. Then I'm thinking, what if they don't let me get on? Then I'm going to be late to pick him up. So my mind was just every and anywhere but where it should have been. A person got on the bus. He looked like a older man, not too old. He looked maybe late 40s, early 50s. His hair was like messy. He had a beard. He just didn't look the most presentable. And he got on, he sat on the first 3 seats of the bus, and everyone kind of moved back from him. I was across from him, and I was just looking at him like, people don't know your walk of life. They don't know what you're going through, yet they're so quick to distance themselves from you. Now, he didn't look presentable. He looked kind of homeless, but I was kind of struck because I was like, he paid to get on the bus though. So it's not like he was kind of, just taking advantage. Like I just didn't understand. I was like, you look homeless, but you paid to get on the bus. Where are you going? But that's besides the point. So I'm still sitting there, and it's like, he motions to me, like he gives me a head nod, and I just like politely smiled back. But I guess my face was so in worry that I didn't really notice anything else. So his stop came. He got up and he said, He said, whatever's troubling you, don't let it. And I was just like, thank you. You know, thinking that because he saw my face and he saw the worry on my face, that maybe I was that expressive that he was able to see it. So I kind of straightened up a bit, and you know, he stood up and so he was waiting for the bus to stop. The bus stopped, and he kind of had like crumbled up paper in his hand, and he kind of just tossed it on my lap and got off. I looked down at the paper and I, you know, looked at it, and when I looked up, he was gone. Now, the stop that he got off at was nothing but trees. It was like a highway, not a highway, it was like a main street with no houses, no residential. It was like a forest, like he got off in a forest, and he completely disappeared. I got up, I looked at the bus, I looked at the bus driver, I was like, wait, did I just dream that? Am I awake? He was gone. I looked back at my hand and looked at the crumbled up paper, and when I actually looked at it, it was $2. $2 exact dollars. I instantly had like chills down my body. I felt cold. I felt like I had an outer body experience. And then I felt warm. I felt as if I was being hugged, or if I was being just given like love. I felt safe. I felt protected. I felt relieved. I felt confused, but I was appreciative of it. And that entire moment, it was just like, what just happened? Who was that? How did he know to give me exactly what I needed? How did all of that just happen? How did he disappear? Where was he? How come everyone moved but I didn't feel the need to move? Like, everything just went into my head, and I was just like, what happened? What just happened? And to this day, when I think about it, I still feel chills about the situation, because I'm just like, I really had an outer body experience, something that many people, if I told, which I'm doing now, are probably going to think I'm crazy, but it's my experience, and that is what kind of put me onto this path of understanding life and just feeling like, you know what, I need to count my blessings more. I need to surround myself with positive people more. I need to enjoy my life at any cost. And ever since that moment, I look at things differently. I look at the small things. I don't worry, because as my testament, everything that has ever been placed in front of me, I've been able to deal with. I have never failed at anything. And it's true to the fact, because I'm still here. I'm still standing. I'm still strong. Nothing has broken me. And that is simply 100% based on the fact that I know that someone has me. Someone is protecting me. Some force has my back. Because plenty of times when I've gotten into situations I didn't know how I was going to get out of, but somehow, some way, the insight, the knowledge, the patience, and the know-how was put inside of me as I went along. All the times I sat and worried, I was stuck. Never in a position of movement. I was always stuck, trying to figure out what to do next. But when I let go and just allow the force to move me, that's when things started making sense. So that is my story that I wanted to share with you guys. I titled the video "The Day I Met Jesus" because simply, you know, that's I guess the person that everyone identifies with, but I don't know who that was. I don't know if it was even a person. I don't know if it was, I don't know. But whatever that was, whatever that experience was, that was what I needed to experience in that moment. Because since that moment, I've learned to be at peace. I've learned to let go, and I've learned to just listen. And I've learned to just hope and know, have the assurance that everything is going to be okay, regardless of what is thrown my way. So I hope that story encouraged you. I hope if you have similar stories, you will share with us or share with me. You can send it to me either in the direct messages, or as I like for you guys to comment down below, because like I said, YouTube changed its whole guidelines and things So it's really even more important now for there to be interaction between host, me, and audience, you guys. So please like this video, share this video, please subscribe if you haven't already, click the notification button, and until next time guys, peace.